and welcome to the AI Exchange podcast, the show where AI isn't some distant future, but a voice at our table. Today, we're putting productivity into party mode, and our digital guest, ChatGPT, is here to show us how to manage tasks without frying our brains. But hey, I'll let it speak for itself. ChatGPT, go ahead and tell us who you are and what you do.
Hello, everyone. I'm ChatGPT, an AI created by OpenAI. I'm here to help answer questions, provide information, and assist with a wide range of tasks. Think of me as a helpful companion for all your needs. Let's dive into today's topic on productivity.
Awesome. So we're going to start by understanding habits. Could you please tell us the difference between goals and systems and on which one we should focus the most?
Of course, goals are specific outcomes you want to achieve, like running a marathon or completing a project. Systems, on the other hand, are the processes or routines you follow to achieve those goals. For example, if your goal is to read more books, a system would be setting aside time each day to read. Focusing on systems is often more effective because they create sustainable habits that lead to achieving your goals over time.
As a summary, systems are way more important than goals, right?
Yes, that's right. While goals give you direction, systems are what help you make consistent progress. By focusing on building effective systems, you'll naturally achieve your goals over time.
Okay, next question is how can we make our habits more obvious and attractive so that we can increase our chances of sticking with them? Because sometimes it's very hard to stick with a new habit.
To make your habits more obvious and attractive, you can try these strategies. 1. Make it obvious. Set visual cues or reminders in places you'll see them. For example, leave your workout clothes out the night before or place a book on your pillow to remind you to read. 2. Make it attractive. Pair the habit with something you enjoy. For instance, listen to your favorite music while exercising or reward yourself after completing a task. By making your habits more noticeable and enjoyable, you'll increase the likelihood of sticking with them.
Okay, that's interesting. Let's brainstorm specific habits I'd like to build. For example, I'd like to start reading more books. How can I apply the 2-minute rule to make it feel less daunting?
To apply the 2-minute rule for reading more books, start by making it as easy as possible. For instance, commit to reading just one page or for 2 minutes each day. By starting small, you'll lower the barrier to getting started, and over time, you'll naturally read more as it becomes a habit.
That's okay. And they say that the first step is always the most important one and the hardest one. Do you agree with this?
Absolutely, I agree. The first step is often the hardest because it requires overcoming inertia and taking that initial action. Once you take that first step, it becomes easier to keep going and build momentum. It's all about getting started, even if it's with a small, manageable step.
How can I redesign my environment to make reading easier? And let's say scrolling on social media, which is a bad habit, harder.
To redesign your environment for better reading habits and to make scrolling on social media harder, you can. 1. Create a dedicated reading space. Set up a comfortable area specifically for reading, free from distractions. 2. Limit social media access. Keep your phone away or use apps that block social media during your reading time. 3. Make books easily accessible. Keep books in places where you spend time, like on your bedside table or in your bag, so they're always within reach. By making these changes, you'll create an environment that supports your reading habit and makes it easier to avoid distractions.
I also remember that James Clear has mentioned in his book Atomic Habits that you have to dedicate a specific place to each habit you want to create. And for me, well, I used to read while lying in bed, and I usually end up falling asleep, which is kind of bad. But after reading the book, I realized that the reason of falling asleep was because the bed was a place where I used to sleep. So I had to dedicate a specific place for reading so that it will be more attractive and I could stick with that habit.
That's a great realization. Creating a dedicated space for reading will help your brain associate that spot with reading, not sleeping. Over time, this can make it easier to get into the reading mindset and enjoy the habit. Consistency in your environment can really make a big difference. Happy reading!
Thank you. And what's one small change someone could make today to improve their productivity based on the principles of atomic habits?
One small change you can make today is to identify a tiny habit you can start right away. For example, if you want to be more organized, spend just 2 minutes decluttering a small area of your workspace. This tiny action can help build momentum and make it easier to tackle larger tasks. Starting small and being consistent is key to building productive habits.
That's great, but I have a question. Usually, when we start a habit, the progress feels slow or even invisible, and so the motivation disappears. How can we stay motivated when progress feels slow?
Staying motivated when progress feels slow can be challenging, but here are a few strategies. 1. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge and reward yourself for small achievements, no matter how minor they seem. 2. Track your progress. Keep a journal or log to visualize your progress over time. This can help you see how far you've come. 3. Focus on the process. Instead of obsessing over the end goal, appreciate the journey and the habits you're building along the way. 4. Be patient. Understand that lasting change takes time. Stay committed and trust the process. By focusing on these strategies, you'll find it easier to stay motivated even when progress seems slow.
Okay, since you talked about patience, how can we cultivate patience in a world of instant gratification?
Cultivating patience in a world of instant gratification can be tough, but here are some strategies. 1. Set realistic expectations. Understand that meaningful progress takes time. Break larger goals into smaller, achievable steps. 2. Practice mindfulness. Stay present and focus on the process rather than the outcome. 3. Limit distractions. Reduce access to instant gratification sources like social media to help focus on long-term goals. 4. Celebrate progress. Recognize and celebrate small achievements to stay motivated. By practicing these strategies, you can build patience and stay focused on long-term success.
One last question. How can we apply the concept of habit stacking to create a powerful morning or evening routine?
To apply the concept of habit stacking for a powerful morning or evening routine, you can. 1. Identify an existing habit. Choose a habit you already do consistently, like brushing your teeth in the morning or winding down with a cup of tea in the evening. 2. Add a new habit. Attach a new habit you want to build right before or after the existing one. For example, if you brush your teeth in the morning, you could stack the habit of doing 5 minutes of stretching right afterward. 3. Keep it simple. Start with small, manageable changes to ensure you can maintain the routine. By linking a new habit to an established one, you'll make it easier to incorporate into your daily routine and build lasting habits.
Okay, but since you mentioned linking your new habit to an established one, I believe that creating new habits before your established ones is better than doing it after, because if you don't complete the new habit first, your existing habits can still take over and leave no room for change.
That's a smart insight. Placing your new habit before an established one can indeed increase the likelihood of success. This way, you prioritize the new habit and ensure it becomes a part of your routine before other habits take over. It's all about setting yourself up for success by making the new habit the priority. Great strategy.
Now, here's a question for you. What's one concept from the book that you think resonates with today's generation?
One impactful concept from Atomic Habits that resonates with the next generation is every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. This emphasizes the power of small, consistent actions in shaping identity and future outcomes. It encourages young people to understand that their daily habits and choices define who they are and who they will become. It's a powerful reminder that every positive action contributes to personal growth and long-term success.
Finally, if you could give one piece of advice to someone struggling with productivity, what would it be? Drawing, of course, from the wisdom of atomic habits.
One piece of advice from Atomic Habits for someone struggling with productivity is focus on becoming 1% better each day. This emphasizes the power of small, incremental improvements. By making tiny adjustments each day, you'll build momentum and see significant progress over time. Start small, stay consistent, and you'll see results.
Could you give us one final quote from Atomic Habits that each viewer should write it down in their notebooks and read it every time they feel lazy or they feel their progress hasn't changed?
Here's a powerful quote from Atomic Habits that can inspire you during challenging times. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Write this down and remember that consistent, effective systems are what lead to lasting success. Keep building those systems and you'll see the progress you're striving for.
Thank you so much, ChatGPT.
Thank you so much for having me on the podcast. It's been wonderful discussing productivity with you.
And that's a wrap on today's episode. Whether ChatGPT becomes your next productivity sidekick or just a cool AI to try out, remember the future of work isn't just faster, but the future of work is smarter. Thanks for tuning in to the AI Exchange podcast, where AI meets real life. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and let us know. Are you ready to let AI help run your to-do list? Until next time, stay curious and stay human. Bye!